Right there's the old furnace. Where they done their iron ore. Used to be a house right up against it. You could see the V of the roof on the stonework. Cinder block house there, flood 85 took out. That bridge we just crossed at flood 85, it was 4 foot underwater. All this back in here was flooded. This is the road going into my place. There's another one of the old mine shacks. We're right up against the foot of Tiny Mountain right here. Old cemetery's right up here on the left. I'll pull over right here so I can get the door open. This is called Tolly Cemetery. I think that's what they call it. Well, it's Arcadia Cemetery, but it's mostly Tollies in here. If I can get the gate open. You see the stones. All that down in there is graves, but most of the stones have been sunk in the ground. You can just see the very tops of them. Here's a baby grave. There's a grave. I'm sure there's several under these big ass pine trees. There's a big old pine tree right there. Big poplar. There's some old graves in here. There's a rock circle of a grave. They got some new ones in here too. Back on that far end, there's a real old one. This is the Roosevelts. Well, Charlie Roosevelt Rickman and Lizzie Rickman. Can't tell what that is. So much moss on it. Looks like 1881. You can tell the old ones by the way they're sunk in the ground. 1887. There's some old ones in here. There's one under that limb. Just a rock marker. 1900. Another one there. Stone done fell over. Ain't nothing wrote on it. Would stand it back up, but it's covered in ants. These are all kids right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 children. Come to think of it, them two right there, children too. That's a child right there at that stone marker too. Little old grave. And all these rocks. Stone marker. Well, that's a big old dead poplar tree right there. You can see all the stones. I'm stepping over one right here. Most of these you can't read. You get in here and scrub them so you at least tell who they are. There's one there. Oh, it's an oak tree. It's a big old oak tree. Big old dead oak tree. Hope it don't pull nobody up when it falls over. One here with just a stone marker. Field stone. One here unmarked. Either that or the rock been sunk in the ground. I know there's several back in here. You can see the dips in the ground. No markers at all. An old man was mowing back here one day. Stepped on an old grave and caved in. I don't think I'd want to go through that. 1836. Damn, that's when it died. More. 1996. Unmarked, except for about rocks. You can see the dip in the ground. Stone getting ready to fall over. No, it ain't falling no time soon because I can't push it back. 1851. One of these back here. I can't remember which one it was. There's a little circle of rocks. That must have been a baby. Grave there, grave there, grave there, grave down there. Couple over there. One there, one here, two here. I was thinking that's that one right there. Confederate officer. That one's got a great big flat stone on top of it. Look like they tried to carve out a square there. I don't see no letters on it though. 1871. Reverend Andrew Hart. Wife of Andrew Hart. No, wife of Ellen V. Daughter of Reverend Andrew Hart. Wife of Starkey Robinson. That was the plantation owner, Robinson. Plantation was over there. Well, this was part of the plantation. This is the cemetery. It's got the slaves buried in. There's another one up on top of the hill. There's nothing but slaves. This was the Robinson plantation. It was on one of them ghost hunter shows where the old plantation house over there was haunted. Born 1870, April, died June 1870. Those two of them in there. Ellen V. and Starkey. Born 1871, died 1871. Twins. Yeah. Both was born in April and died in June. Same year. Twin babies. So sad. Here's one that's been carved into. Sacred. Can't read it. The letters are filled in with sand. S-A-C-R-E-D. Sacred something. Can't read it. Can't make up with a letter every now and then. Like somebody put some sand on top of it here not too long ago. Must have been trying to clean it up. Using sand for abrasive. That's sad, them twins. Didn't live for 2 months. Can't read that one. Ten-year-old Raymond W., son of C.L. Lucia Fleming, born June 28, 1906, died 1910, 4 years old. What? That makes no sense. E.L. Fleming, March the 17th, 1856 to August the 17th, 1823. 1923. No, that's an 8. Got to be a 9. 1923. Back here is a Civil War soldier. On pins and needles walking around here. There you go. One missing in the middle there. Now one on that end, one on this end, a sunken spot in the middle. William M. Ryder, Company H, 11th Virginia Infantry, CSA. Arthur Ryder. (1888 to 1824). There's one done fell over. Hazel B., daughter of Roy and Bessie Patterson, 1914 1915. Most shy of living a year. 2 years. No, a year. Born October 20th, 1914 and died September the 6th, 1915. Month away. Wasn't even a year old, 11 months old. Another kid, another Patterson, born March 1916, died May 1916. Elizabeth, another baby. Infant. Didn't even name her. That's sad. Why didn't they name the baby? Infant. Daughter of Roy and Bessie Patterson. July the 4th, 1910 to July the 17th, 1910. They had time to name that baby. That's really sad. He ain't even got a name. J.J. Worley. That man was almost, he was 80 years old. And Sally. Sally J. Bet you Sally Jane. There's Ozzie Gilbert. Worley. 1893 and 1964. I was 4 years old when he passed away. Or her, Ozzie. He could be a man or a woman. Tolly, Tolly, Tolly. We're in the Tolly section. I think all these are Tollies. There's a Will. Same difference. They married into the Tollies. (1920) 1958. Tolly, Tolly, Wells, Rickman. They married into the Tollies too. (1889 to 1945). 1883 to 1959. Two babies on the back. I gotta go see the babies. James Markham. 1887 to... Ain't no baby. Unless I'm reading it wrong. Got a lamb on top, it's gotta be a baby. Can't really make out the dates. Gotta guess at them pretty much. This damn limb out here. Yeah. Can't read that shit. Same birth date, same death date. 1927 to 1930. Yep. Read the bottom one on that one and the top one on that one. James, and what's this one's name? America. What a name. America Markham. That's neat. A neat name. Wells, Wells, Wells. One of these ought to be Charlie. Because they like to never get his grave dug. It was right on a rock ledge. Ruth. Jeannie, Claude. Margaret. I don't see Charlie. I know he's in here. He used to work for Charlie. Putting on metal roofs, tin roofs. Maybe it was Margaret Fitzgerald that hit the rock. She was buried in 2014. That was about it, about the time period. Unless it was one of these. Nope. Margaret Fitzgerald. That's her footstone. Foot marker. I don't know what that is in the corner over there. That's new. I don't think it's. Somebody must plant a tree. Bad place to plant it. Little fence. They probably had it around a grave. But anyhow, people, this is the old cemetery. There's a stone there. But that's all for today. That's all for today, people. Get my butt around here and upload this. I just thought it was kind of neat. The old people in these graves. I wish I could have read some of them other ones, but all that moss on them and weather. A lot of people in cemeteries are plumb forgotten. Don't even have any kin people alive anymore. That's a shame about them babies, though. They could at least name that one baby. I don't know why they didn't. I see a lot of them in cemeteries like that. Infant. If they're born at all, whether they're still born or not, you should still name them. It's just sad. Alright. Y'all have a good one. Catch you on the other side. I'm gone.